Learn English to Gujarati logic words. Premise 2.
નિષ્કર્ષ.
Welcome, brave thinker. Hey, you're about to learn some very smart-sounding English and Gujarati words without becoming painfully serious. We will keep it clever, useful, and just silly enough that your brain actually remembers it. Today's word set is like a philosophy party where everybody argues politely and then writes a report about it. You will learn premise as,
આધારવાક્ય,
postulate as,
સ્વયંસિદ્ધિ,
axiom as,
સ્વયંસિદ્ધ સત્ય,
paradigm as,
પરિપ્રેક્ષ્ય,
thesis as, antithesis as,
પ્રતિવાદ,
synthesis as,
સંશ્લેષણ,
and conclusion as.
નિષ્કર્ષ.
Yes, one of them looks suspiciously tiny. Do not worry, tiny words can still act important. Your mission today. You do not need to memorize everything at once. Just imagine each word as a character in a drama called The Argument That Refused to Be Boring. First comes the premise, the base brick.
આધારવાક્ય,
Without it, your argument wobbles like a table in a cheap cafe. Then comes the postulate, something accepted without proof.
સ્વયંસિદ્ધિ,
It basically walks in and says, trust me, I'm foundational. The axiom
સ્વયંસિદ્ધ સત્ય,
is the self-evident truth that looks too calm to argue. A paradigm is the bigger mental frame.
પરિપ્રેક્ષ્ય,
Think of it as the glasses your whole field is wearing. For thesis, we use short word, big job today. The antithesis pushes back as,
પ્રતિવાદ,
it says, nice idea, but what about the opposite? Then synthesis arrives like a peacemaker with snacks.
સંશ્લેષણ,
And finally the conclusion bows dramatically.
નિષ્કર્ષ,
Curtain down. Applause. Someone drops a pen. Mini story in the Logic Cafe. Let's put the words into one goofy story. Listen for the Gujarati words and picture the scene. You walk into the Logic Cafe, where even the menu has footnotes. The waiter asks, what is your?
આધારવાક્ય,
For ordering 3 desserts? You reply, my premise is that happiness matters. A mathematician at the next table whispers, excellent.
સ્વયંસિદ્ધિ,
Another one corrects him and says, no, dessert happiness is a.
સ્વયંસિદ્ધ સત્ય,
Single quote. Then a philosopher changes the whole.
પરિપ્રેક્ષ્ય,
By asking whether cake is knowledge. You point at the pastries and announce your thesis. Your friend raises in.
પ્રતિવાદ,
Too much sugar, too little wisdom. So together you create a wise middle path, a.
સંશ્લેષણ,
1 cake, 2 forks, and a serious discussion about truth. The final
નિષ્કર્ષ,
is clear. Learning vocabulary is better with dessert. Word spotlight. Now let's slow down and make each word stick. Repeat after each Gujarati word if you want. Premise.
આધારવાક્ય,
Imagine a foundation stone under a tower of ideas. The argument fails because it's
આધારવાક્ય,
is weak. Postulate.
સ્વયંસિદ્ધિ,
Accepted without proof. In geometry, a
સ્વયંસિદ્ધિ,
starts the whole show. Axiom.
સ્વયંસિદ્ધ સત્ય,
A self-evident truth. Very calm, very foundational, very difficult to argue with before coffee. Paradigm.
પરિપ્રેક્ષ્ય,
A broader model or framework. A new.
પરિપ્રેક્ષ્ય,
Can change science, education, or how your uncle explains the weather. Thesis. For this lesson set, keep it simple and remember the target form exactly as given. Tiny word, mighty spotlight. Antithesis.
પ્રતિવાદ,
This is opposition, contrast, the sharp counter move. Hope versus fear, tea versus coffee, Monday versus joy. Synthesis.
સંશ્લેષણ,
Many ideas join into one whole. It is what your brain does when it finally says, ah, now I get it. Conclusion.
નિષ્કર્ષ,
The final takeaway. The detective, the essay, and your group chat all want a
નિષ્કર્ષ,
tiny dialogue, big brains. Here is a short dialogue. You can use it like audiobook practice or read it like a mini scene. Teacher, before we accept the
निष्कर्ष,
what should we examine first? Student, the
आधारवाक्य,
teacher, good. And what do we call a statement accepted without proof? Student,
स्वयं सिद्धि,
teacher, excellent. And a self-evident truth? Student,
स्वयं सिद्ध सत्य,
teacher, wonderful. What if the whole framework of thinking changes? Student, then the
परिप्रेक्ष्य,
changes. Teacher, and if I point and say this is my central claim? Student,
आ,
teacher, if someone opposes it sharply? Student,
प्रतिवाद,
teacher, and if we combine both sides into something better? Student,
संश्लेषण,
teacher, excellent. You may now sound intimidating at academic lunch. Quick memory tricks. Let's make the words sticky with images. Silly images are welcome. In fact, they are invited. C.
आधारवाक्य,
As a stone base under a tower. No base, no tower. C.
स्वयं सिद्धि,
Stamped on the first page of a geometry book. It says, no proof needed, I arrived important. C.
स्वयं सिद्ध सत्य,
Glowing on a marble tablet. It is truth wearing formal clothes. C.
परिप्रेक्ष्य,
As giant glasses changing how the whole world looks. C.
आ,
As your finger pointing right here, right now. C.
प्रतिवाद,
As fire and ice standing in the same sentence. C.
संश्लेषण,
As puzzle pieces snapping together. C.
निष्कर्ष,
As the detective circling the final answer with dramatic music. Challenge round. Now I will ask, and you answer in your head or out loud. No pressure. Even philosophers need warm-up laps. What is the Gujarati word for premise?
आधारवाक्य,
What is the Gujarati word for postulate?
स्वयं सिद्धि,
What is the Gujarati word for axiom?
स्वयं सिद्ध सत्य,
What is the Gujarati word for paradigm?
परिप्रेक्ष्य,
What is the target form here for thesis?
आ,
What is the Gujarati word for antithesis?
प्रतिवाद,
What is the Gujarati word for synthesis?
संश्लेषण,
What is the Gujarati word for conclusion?
निष्कर्ष,
Friendly conclusion. Nice work. You just handled a set of words that usually arrive wearing tweed jackets and carrying impossible essays. Thank you for learning with me today. Keep practicing.
आधारवाक्य, स्वयं सिद्धि, स्वयं सिद्ध सत्य, परिप्रेक्ष्य, आ, प्रतिवाद, संश्लेषण,
And
निष्कर्ष,
out loud. Repeat them, use them in little stories, and come back to this chapter whenever your brain wants a smart workout with fewer tears. You are doing great, so keep practicing.